They said the Kingdom of Denilah was cursed long before it fell. Its rivers carried blood. Its nights were filled with the cries of newborns, used by a king for his dark and selfish power. But one day, the same river that took innocent lives would rise and take everything from him. No one remembers his name anymore, only his screams on the night the river burned. But this story isn't about the king. It's about a baby who was meant to die, but lived to return as fire itself, and the dragon that chose to save him. Long ago, King Ephraim ruled Denilah. He was rich, feared, and cruel beyond imagination. He sat beside a golden statue, his idol, and made his people call him Messiah. Those who refused were dragged to the palace square and fed to his wild beasts, leopards, snakes, even lions. Every night, Denilah screamed. Fathers disappeared. Mothers begged. Children hid under broken walls, while the king's soldiers painted the streets red. But even with all his power, the king feared one thing, a prophecy. The high priest once told him, "A child greater than you will be born. He will wear your crown, and your name will fade like dust." Those words became poison in the king's mind. He could not sleep. He could not breathe without fear of that child. One afternoon, the sky suddenly darkened. Thunder rolled where there was no rain, and by the ancient tree of Aphio, a tree said to link the world of the living and the dead, a baby appeared. He had golden eyes, glowing like the sun. The villagers whispered, "The prophecy has begun." A kind farmer named Okafor found the child and took him home, never knowing he had just carried destiny in his arms. When the king heard of a mysterious baby found by the Aphio tree, his rage turned to madness. He shouted, "Kill every newborn in Denilah. Let no child breathe until I am safe." That night, soldiers stormed the village. They broke into Okafor's home. He fought with all his strength, but he was only a man. His wife and children fell first. With blood on his hands and tears in his eyes, he placed the glowing-eyed baby in a small basket and pushed it into the river. The waves took the child away. Moments later, Okafor was captured. He was dragged to the palace and beheaded before the crowd. Before sunrise, hundreds of babies were gone. Mothers' cries filled the air like broken songs, and the river overflowed with grief, and the wind carried a cry that even the gods could hear. Days passed. The basket drifted through dark waters until it reached the deepest part of the river, a place called the sleeping heart of Denilah. Then the water began to tremble. A deep rumble shook the ground. From the river came a shadow, large as a mountain, silent as death. Two burning eyes opened. The dragon, last of the sky beasts, had awakened. Its scales glowed like red fire. Its breath turned the water to steam. For centuries, it had slept beneath the river, waiting for a sign. And then it saw the basket. The baby looked up, smiled, and reached out. The dragon leaned closer, and instead of fire, it gave warmth. That night, lightning flashed with no sound. Thunder rolled without rain, and the river swallowed itself whole. The villagers said, "The river has taken a soul." But they were wrong. The river had chosen one. Years passed. The prophecy faded from memory, but the dragon did not forget. Beneath the river, the child grew strong. He learned to command flame and wind. He spoke in the language of storms. When he walked, the water boiled. When he spoke, the air shook. He was no longer just a child. He was Obinna, the son of fire. One night, a thick mist covered Denilah. From it walked a boy in a black cloak. His eyes burned gold. The air around him shimmered with heat. He walked straight to the palace. The guards fell before they could even raise their swords. Inside, King Ephraim sat beside his golden idol, smiling proudly. But when Obinna stepped forward, the idol began to melt, drop by drop. The king's smile vanished. He shouted, "Who are you?" Obinna's voice thundered through the halls. "I am the child you tried to kill, and I have come to finish what you began." The ground shook. The river outside exploded into flames, and from its heart rose the dragon, its wings tearing through the clouds. King Epham screamed, begging for mercy, but the spirits of the babies he had slaughtered rose with the dragon's fire and struck straight into his heart. That night, Denilah burned brighter than the sun. When morning came, the palace was gone, and so was the king. The people wept with joy. They buried the poor farmer Okafor with honor and made his name the symbol of peace. But the mysterious boy and the dragon were never seen again. Some say they returned to the underworld, where the Aphio tree still stands. Others say they guard Denilah from the shadows, waiting for the moon to turn red once more, because when it does, the child of fire will rise again. If this story stirred something deep in you, then the fire of Denilah still burns. Don't let it fade. Like, share, and let the legend spread beyond the river, because somewhere out there, another prophecy is waking, and when it rises, you want to be here to witness it first. Movie Camera subscribe before the next flame is born.